Hey guys, Missy here from Edge Body. Thanks for tuning in for another video of our movement tip series. Today I'm going to be talking about Renegade rows and what Renegade rows are, what they work, how to do them to get the most out of the movement, and then how you can change them up to make them a little bit more advanced. Renegade rows are a great total body movement because you're going to be working your back as you pull those dumbbells, and then we're going to be working on a lot of balance, core stability, shoulder stability as you're balancing on those dumbbells. All right guys, 3 tips I'm going to talk about for the movement is going to be hand and dumbbell placement, how much you need to row in the movement for it to be considered full range of motion. So that you're really maximizing getting your back activated. And then we're gonna talk about stabilizing those hips to make sure that you're not putting yourself in a compromising position, and then you're maximizing core stabilization during the movement. All right guys, so tip number 1, hand and dumbbell placement. Okay. Now Renegade rows, especially if you're new to strength training, it may be a little sensitive on those hands if you don't have maybe calluses built up for lifting, or you're not really used to holding on to dumbbells. So hand placement can make a big difference. You want to make sure that you're placing kind of the strong thumb bone so that your arms and wrists are positioned nice and straight over that dumbbell. Those dumbbells are going to be right underneath your shoulder so that you're in a good kind of push-up position or plank position so that you're ready for your Renegade row. All right guys, tip number 2 is making sure that we get a good pull to activate our back and actually take the movement through full range of motion. Now, Renegade rows often have a push-up before you row, so you'll get into that good hand placement, push up on those dumbbells, and then row, okay? The variation that we often do here at Edge Body is just doing the rowing because we do so many push-ups or so many other pressing movements with other exercises, but you can do either or, especially if you add this to any at-home workout, okay? But focusing just on the row, for tip number 2, you want to make sure that we're pulling, trying to get that dumbbell all the way up to your shoulder, elbow in, nice and close to those ribs, trying to point that elbow to the sky and rowing all the way up and then back down. And third and final tip is going to be making sure that we stabilize those hips, and then some tips to help you do that, okay? So if you're more advanced, okay, and you've been doing these a while, you got good core strength, you're gonna have your feet much closer together so that you're having to activate your core so that your hips aren't shifting, and it's gonna elevate and make the movement much more advanced. If you're new to this, still working on core strength and balance, you're gonna have your feet a little bit wider so that your back is still staying nice and straight, okay, without you shifting your hips. So shifting the hips, this is what I'm talking about. We don't want to shift as we're rowing, okay, or twisting. We want to make sure we keep that back nice and straight, hips nice and stabilized. All right guys, so that is the Renegade row. So make sure next time you do it, grab heavy enough dumbbells so that you can activate your back. So a good tip is to grab heavier than what you would bicep curl. But like I said, it's a great total body movement. Hope you have some tips to help you perform it a little bit better and then to modify it to what you need it to be. Thanks for joining us. Tune into the other series for help on other movements. Thanks.